We're talking dog park etiquette right now. Lots of people love to take their four-legged friends to the off-leash areas in our city, but are you using proper dog park etiquette? That's where we turn to people like Clare. Clare Southgate, the behavior team lead with the Calgary Humane Society. And Clare, we were just chatting during the commercial, and you said, Ted, there's one thing that people need to, and this will go a long way, but one thing that people need to do when they're with their friends in the off-leash areas, and that is?
Absolutely. They need to be present with their dogs. Yeah, keep that technology in your pocket, even better in the car. I know we love to take pictures of our dogs. We're all very guilty of it. But absolutely, when you're at the dog park, just really great to be able to be present and to also pay attention and to know when your dog is enjoying himself and maybe when he isn't so much.
Because you were saying that there's body language that your dog will show if he or she is not having a good time, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There are dogs that don't necessarily enjoy the park or can just find the park to be overwhelming. Sometimes you'll notice behaviors such as the dog's, tail tucked. Maybe they're spending much more time kind of circling around you and not out exploring their environment. Sometimes if you're near an exit, you can find that they'll be looking for ways to get to an exit. And these are all things that you really need to be present and paying attention to make sure that your dog is actually enjoying the park, because not all dogs do. And
do dogs get tired of being at the park? Like they go and they're bounding and having fun at the beginning, and then all of a sudden they're like, I'm out, I want to leave?
Do you know what? They can. A lot of dogs can have, the energy to go and go and go as long as you want them to go. But yeah, I mean, there are some obviously dependent on size, dependent on age, that may, enjoy a shorter or a longer period of time at the park, absolutely.
How do you suggest I introduce my dog to an off-leash area to find out if he or she is a good fit, you know what I mean?
Well, initially, I would suggest looking to some of the more quiet parks in the city, maybe some of the smaller off-leash areas. Try and go at a time where it's either early in the morning or later at night, so maybe there aren't so many other dogs around, and that'll give you a much better idea rather than just kind of dropping your dog in at the deep end at one of the really
swim, right?
Exactly, one of the really busy parks, and just kind of allow them to kind of cope. That can work sometimes, but most of the time that is not the best way. So yeah, considering just an earlier time of day and maybe a quieter park in the city.
Makes sense, right? Makes sense. And what about toys, like a ball or a Kong or whatever?
Well, as we know, lots of dogs enjoy toys and enjoy chasing balls. However, toys can be a problem at the park. Even if your dog likes to share and will share his toys nicely, there are other dogs at the park that aren't so keen on sharing. And the park in itself should be the outing, the enriching outing, the chance to meet other dogs, to smell the environment. So yeah, take those toys and leave those toys at home and let the dogs just have fun being dogs.
Leave the phone in the car and the toys at home.
Leave the phone in the car and the toys at home.
Very good.
Be present with your dog.
And the Humane Society, I mean, are there courses or things like that I could take with my friend to make sure that we're both ready?
Absolutely, and training goes a great way to form that bond with your dog that helps the dog be always checking in with you too and helping with that relationship. So yeah, we have a lot of classes coming up soon. We have some specialty short week classes that happen, or 4-week classes that happen in the summertime for loose leash walking. We have a class called Around Town, which actually takes the dogs out into real world environments to practice. We have reactive dog classes for those dogs who are somewhat reactive to other dogs. We're going to meet one here shortly, actually.
Are we? Okay.
Yes,
Very
we
good.
are.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have our basic obedience, and then we have class for fearful dogs. We also have an agility class coming up, so all of those are available on our website.
Good stuff. Thank you, Clare. Clare Southgate from the Calgary Humane Society. And you alluded to this, that we have our adorable adoptable segment coming up in about 20 minutes from now. And who are we going to meet, do you know?
We are going to meet Halo. So Halo is a beautiful girl, yes, and she came up with me this morning in the car, and yeah, she's a lovely girl, so we'll be meeting her in about 20 minutes.
In about 20 minutes. That's coming up at roughly about 8:40.